Don't
we
do
don't,
it
we
that.
don't, yeah, we don't want you to be, we don't want you to be booted out. So, and Helena is new, and so welcome. I said, and if you're new to Zentangle and jumped on Tough Tangle Tuesday, you are, well, I was gonna say you're brave, but this, I don't have a problem with the Tangle Cubine, and this is a tangulation on Cubine that it caught my eye because the title was so funny, and then I tried it, and it's just fun. And we were talking about prizes, Mom, and I said, yeah, remember we were talking about, oh, look under your chair and this and that. So now they've looked under their chairs and see what they see. We've got dogs' butts and cats. And I think I have a rubber band. All right, so let me put in the chat the um this step out, and also so those that are new to the call and those that are listening on the replay when I get it done. So I'm putting these in the chat, and so the first one is my rendition of the step out, and then I'm putting the original, and uh and then so what I'll do is I'm going to share my screen. We'll talk through it. Mom will do one version. I do, we all do our own thing. So you can tangle on whatever you want. Some are doing in sketchbooks, some are, it just whatever you want, colors. We're not, the only thing that we're doing the same is the tangle. And then at the end, we see what amazing things we all came up with. So I'm going to call this one for short, Drunk Cubine. And I was like, this is perfect for us.
I disappeared because I didn't have any of my pens. What did you say?
Oh, okay. No, I said I'm calling this one for short, Drunk Cubine. I said
Yes.
because the actual title was "Go Home, Cubine, You're Drunk," and I thought this is perfect for us. We should do it. We should have wine in the evening session, maybe, just maybe.
You don't have to worry about straight lines. Well, lines that match.
Exactly. So it's just so funny. So as you can see, and honestly, the first 3 steps were the hardest for me. And so what I figured out was you're kind of going to do a zigzag, but it's a shallow zigzag, or you do it however you want, and then just wait, until I show the original. That would probably give you some more ideas. So I just did, like I said, and I'm calling it shallow, so it's, I'm not going out too far, and then sort of kind of aura-ing it. Oh, good. Kelly says can't draw a straight line on a good day. So this, yeah, it is perfect. and so you don't want to have them line up. And so then what I was finding myself having to do was to on purpose not, it's like, all right, don't to work backwards. It's like don't worry about it. Don't worry about having them straight, because sometimes you get used to it, right? And then like I said, sort of aura-ing it, and then drawing lines where on the corners, on those points. So what you kind of want to do is alternate. Well, actually, at the end, I found after I was playing with it, it's like, oh well, if I start one a little bit lower or a little higher, and then kind of do the same thing. And yeah, and Alyssa's right, exaggerate the wonky. And then, so once you get your grid done however you want, we're going to aura the inside, which if you've done Cubine, that's different. But the next steps are pretty much the same. So we're going to do a little box in one of the corners. You could pick your corner, and fill it in. And well, I can't. Oh, there we go. And then we're just going to draw a line from what would be the open corner, or the 2 open corners, so as you can see here in the red in box 7, and then we shade I like to shade the lower side because it seems like that makes sense when I do it this way. All right, let me show you. So I found it on Pinterest, and I don't want to do it too much because then it gets all pixelated. So Marie Browning is because I was looking to see if I could find like her blog or instructions or something else, or where she maybe posted this originally, and I can't. I might do another search because I went to Tangle Patterns and to find some of her stuff, but I didn't realize she has written some books, and she works with Tombow, so she does a lot of demonstrations with their stuff, and it's interesting. So I'm gonna still see the one link to her blog didn't work, so I don't know if she just doesn't have a blog anymore, or sometimes those things go away. But you see here how, I mean, because she just kind of combined a lot of the steps, and I wanted to like really step it out to make sure that, because I was having trouble with it. And then, but you see how in the sample box, I mean, you could probably just put squares in different shapes together. And actually, right here, she's got one
Yeah,
that's 5 sides.
5. Mhm.
So you can do whatever you want.
Monkey it up all you want.
That's right. And hi, Andrea. Welcome, another first timer. First timer to us, and have you done Zentangle before? That was the other question. So if anyone else, again, because as I've been talking, we've had a lot more join. So if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome. Everyone, welcome. Um, and you might have to scroll up to get the links. If we need to put them back in, let me know. Okay, Andrea, oh, good. Yeah, because that was the two questions. Like, yeah, if you're new to us and or new to Zentangle, just so we know. All right, so those are in the chat, but it's one of those, especially if you've done Cubine, it's not necessarily hard. Okay, unless you have
Unless
trouble,
you're drunk.
unless you're well. I was thinking that might help me. I don't know. Yes, unless you have trouble with uh, randomness and wonk, and just like doing it on purpose, which that's like, oh boy. All right, let's do. Gosh, I feel like I should just kind of go crazy with this one, but um, like with a crazy color or something, but maybe not. Maybe not. All right, now I'm feeling pink. Um, yeah, yeah, Alyssa, yeah. If you're new to us, plan on joining us every Thursday for the rest of eternity. Yes, indeed.
We'll be here.
Oh, yes, we'll be here. Well, unless there might be. I have to check next month. I might have to move one, but I would move it to like Wednesday versus not doing it at all, because I cannot go a week without. I know. Well, I might also see if I have connection up north where we're going for our gig, and we'll just see. I know, but I'll give plenty of warning before I throw everything off. Okay, so as I mentioned, and I'm going to just start in the middle, and let me move this because the shadow is in my way. Me and my shadow. All right, so a shallow. Oh, and also, because when I was doing my zigzag, I was doing it almost a little bit too small. So having the lines a little bit long before you change direction, and varying sizes. So try not to worry about it. And then like this one, the next one, I'm going to start a little lower. I'm trying, yeah, it's one of those, yeah, just try not to worry about anything. Although and this one, okay, that one went a little bit soft versus an actual nice point. And then too, I like in her sample, it's like you could add a box somewhere if you wanted to. This just kind of gets us started. Because I'm thinking, oh, I've got all this space over here, so I might just add something. We'll see. And then just connecting the points. See, and this one kind of has the potential of tough, because I know some people that don't necessarily care for, or they have a challenge with Cubine. And
I like it, but I do it different than they show you how to do it.
oh, okay.
I do it like you just said. You know, oh, mine's lining up too straight, but
Well,
that's
you
okay.
know what? I was just thinking the same thing, but what I also found is kind of a just wait, because as you do after, um, actually, when we fill in the little box inside the aura part, that actually made mine look even more wonky than it did when you're just at this stage. So it's another. Don't worry about it. No, no, no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle.
Well, no, mine's
Wait to
just
the
too
end.
perfect. That's all. And I was trying real hard to make it not be,
Ooh,
s- you know. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's
no,
all good.
and actually on this edge, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do a 5-1 here, and well, maybe I'll try a triangle because I have this dot now that I have to deal with. So you could, yeah, like I said, fill in as you wish. Okay, that makes me a little bit more happy. Uh, Mom is humble. Mine's perfect the way it is. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So then, after you get all of your, however you're going to do it, and that looks neat inside the frame, like that.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what
I was going to have a couple floating ones. I mean,
Uh
but
huh.
I think I'm going to close it off and ink in the border because that's going to give me some really weird ones around the edge.
Yeah. Well, and if you had something too small, you could take one over the edge or two if you wanted to.
Oops, I'm glad you said that because I'm going to do that right here before I finish. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Heather.
There we go. Yes. So here, I certainly can. I'll start a second one just so that way, just because this was the step that seriously I had the most trouble with. Okay, let's pick. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Okay, so and because I couldn't decide on what color. Oh, I have two tiles there. Now I have two to have fun. All right, so because this is really, I think this is somewhat the hardest part. So again, oops, let me get this up. There we go. So I'm on. All right. So again, it's starting with a zigzag. I'm going to make mine a little wilder. We'll see how that goes. So just a zigzag. And I find it helpful to make a definite point where I have one that was a little bit like woo, like a curve line. And so once you have one, and then I am on purpose, I'm going to start a little lower than this point, and I'm going to work my best to not aura to aura, but not aura at the same time, and have a nice separation. So if you can you're picturing a box, so that way there's enough room to do stuff. And so these points, so they don't have to line up, although mine seem to be no matter what I do, but that's okay. In the end, it'll be good. And then you turn your tile or your paper however you need to. Like I said, I'm going to vary this one again. There we go. I'm trying to offset um, these points. Well, and actually, if I look at it this way, they're a little offset. So it's just zigzags, not worrying about matching them. And then when you have that, just connecting these points, so you're making odd, square-ish, rectangle-ish shapes. But then if you, well, I'll wait for the but if that I was going to say. don't do too many steps at once. I like this is oh, well that's interesting. Okay, so this is gonna have to go here. Whoops, not wasn't quite on the oh, and then this one will go here. All right. Oh, that's looks nice.
That's good.
Yeah,
That
I like
looks
that one
pretty
better.
wonky.
Yeah. And then if you want to, if you want to make a box, because that's what I did on mine, is if you want to take it and make another box. So like here, I'll add one right here. And what I was mentioning earlier is if this part doesn't work for you and you want to just put odd shaped boxes together, if you're able to do that, you can do that. So then after, did that help? So here, we're gonna aura the inside, and this too. Don't worry about if it's if it's perfect or not. Okay, good. Thanks. So here, kind of going with whatever the shape is, but at the same time, not really worrying about it either. And then, of course, if you have if you decided to make some odd shapes, then we'll add those odd shapes in. This too, you could really play with. If you make it big enough, the box is big enough, then you could always, make this aura'd part, bigger or different. Why don't you just tell? Well, they'll know when they come in and they'll hear you. But you just tell them downstairs. Be on TV. Well, it's not TV. Oh. Actually, this is kind of like we could call it like our next Tuesday. The paid class is going to be crazy Huggins, and mine is just when I was looking at what uh they've done on Zentangle for their crazy Huggins. Oh, Jen says this one is fun. Not that all your classes aren't fun. Thanks, Jen. Well, sometimes they make our heads hurt, but oh. Okay, and so Alyssa, did you aura the inside then? Okay, so let me jump ahead since I because I need to. So pick whichever way you want to go with it, and oh, I think I'm going to go this way. Um, and then on the inside, the next step is, and like you can pick a corner. I, for whatever reason, and maybe because that's how Cubine was, I do the lower. Let me hold it this way: the lower left corner. And so what you were going to do is we're just going to put an additional little, two lines. So we're going to make a little box and fill it in. It's kind of like well, this is going to date me also. Well, no, because they still use the same format for bowling. If you've ever bowled, and I don't know if they have bowling anywhere else in other countries, I should say that.
Well,
Because
in
it looks
England,
like
it's probably different.
yeah, it looks like the scorecard sort of like this way. But so just a little box, but this is what also helps in the wonkiness, because actually that looks like a bit like a triangle. I could leave it like that. And then, oh, well, and then I'll jump to the after that. We're going to, so we have this open corner and this open corner, and we're going to just connect those two, like so. So,
And you know what I'm just had this thought, Heather, as I did this.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if those boxes are perfectly square either.
exactly. Well, like this, like I have a triangle here. Look at how that works.
Yeah. Well, I've got a really weird shaped one too that I don't know what's going to happen to it, but
Yeah. And so just and that's why I say in a corner you pick the corner, so you're really just putting in two lines, however you want, and filling it in. And so what this creates is that the depth, and then when we shade, then it really matters. But that's what's extra fun is like it seemed like, as it's getting finished, it's like, oh, it makes them turn even more so. Oh, okay. Yes, don't think about it, Listen, don't think. This is the perfect turn your brain off and just focus on the step. And I love that we don't have to, well, even in most of them we don't have to worry about being perfect, but there are some, right, that you kind of have to worry a little bit more, have a little bit more focus. But what's so funny is even though, I'm doing the same corner in each one, it almost looks like they're turning. And it's just weird. It's lovely weird. Is that them saying they're still on their way?
No. Opal sending me pictures.
Oh. Are they coming to help you out, or is John dropping Nathan off and he's
I
going to
think
go out and
he's
work?
going on to someplace else.
Oh, okay. That's why I said this. Yeah, it's not really a tough necessarily tangle, but
It's tough on the brain.
kinda at
I
the
have
same
some
time.
little triangle ones that I cannot.
Oh yeah, what would we? Because you almost but if you have a triangle and you make a point maybe, or just draw a line to one or the other of the ends
Of something.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
So
draw
that
it
way,
somewhere.
yeah. This is a perfect. Make it up as we go.
Oh yeah, I moved from a different corner to a different corner, and I don't care.
And some of them, like if the only thing you can't go backwards and do. So like if some of them seem too small, you can always course correct it and make them bigger. These little boxes. We just can't go the other way. So if you have a weird shape or something, you can always just do a little something, and then know that you can leave yourself room to course correct. Actually, and if you make them smaller, it creates what looks like more depth in this. Actually, these make you think of waffles. Well, maybe make me think of waffles. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, this is to sort of make up for last Thursday. What did we? Like now I'm like, what did we even do on last Thursday? But it was, yeah. Oh yeah, it was. It was one of those. Um,
Most of us just erased it from our brains when we
oh
were.
wait, was that? No. Oh wait, didn't we did this last Thursday? Didn't we? The ramskin,
Oh,
or was that the week? I don't even remember anymore. They all they all go together. Now I'm trying to remember. But yes, we did have one. Maybe it was the week before that. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it all, you know. So yeah, but there was one where it was just like, oh, this is, yeah. Sorry, it's hurting the brain. Yeah, I'm thinking now maybe it was the one before. Yeah, so it did, it creates so much of a different look when you add in Grid. That, yes, I in my in my pile of tangles here. I was like, was it that one? Yeah, this one.
Yes.
That's good. Yes, that one hurt a little bit. We only do one real hurting of the brain a month. That's my limit. So that's all right. So if you are to the point of shading, so what I like to do, and don't worry if you're not, because we've got lots of time and you can do multiple. I'm gonna start working on my pink one in a minute. What I like to do is because I've put all of my boxes in the same corner, even though it really doesn't look like they're the same corner.
I didn't. But mine is
Yeah.
mine
Well,
is
then,
I have a lot of really small ones, so you can't really tell.
well then, yeah, and if you did them in different corners, then you get to decide. So one of these sections, after you did the little line from the, on the empty corners is what I'm calling them, and then we can just put some graphite, or if you're using a color. So I was just thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go dig out my. I think I have them right here. My chalk pencils, and I'll use a color. But this one, I'm just going to use the graphite, or I could just still use the graphite. That's fine. So I'm just kind of scribbling it in here, and then I'm going to, with the Tortillion, smooth it out and fill it in. And so if you're using white, a white or a lighter paper, and even this, I could just leave that as it is. But since I'm using a toned paper, I'm going to use the white, I think. Oh, no, I just had another thought. Instead of, yes, I'm going to show a different idea on this. The shading part on the pink one. Then if I still feel like I want to add some extra color, of course I can. And then, so traditional Cubine, if you've never done it, is really just this inside, but it is more straight, a straight grid, and and that's essentially it. And it creates this neat depth.
And you can see where you're going with it.
And you can see where you're going with, right, because you can plan. But I would actually, so I might ponder. I can either put some white in on the inside or on the outside. So
Are
we
you
have
working
this.
on a Renaissance?
So yeah, I'm working on a Renaissance, and
Oh,
this is even though you can't see it. This I used a burgundy pen.
I think doing some white in that other
In the
square would probably make it really pop.
And then I can always do something else, or just leave the frame part. The frame part.
I keep hearing little noises, but I don't hear any big noises.
Well, when they get there, we'll say, "Hey, thanks for being late," so that way you can get your AM tangling in.
Oops, I keep finding ones I forgot to do in the middle. But I do that with Cubine too.
Okay, yeah.
As I'm doing it, all of a sudden, somebody's here.
Ah. All right, so and I'm thinking, I'm just thinking, what kinds of fun, and I'll be excited to see what everybody does. Thinking now, whoa, what other kinds of fun could we have in that frame part? But let me share this. Oh, that turned out nice. And then you really have those. These are like Belgian waffles. They're very deep. Oh, maybe I'm thinking I could draw a wiggly line and sort of color it in, and that would be the syrup or jam or whatever you put on waffles. Your preference. Okay, so let me just do a couple here. Because if you wanted to, so when when we did the tangled cookies, and especially I've done it for not outside of holiday time, and when I'm doing that, you just have markers. You don't. There's no. I'm not going to put graphite on the cookie. That's yucky.
You're not?
No. Maybe they make edible. Like they have edible gold, right? Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. But so where you want it shaded, you could just do. Well, I have to pick which way to aura this. Little lines. Maybe they'll change.
Well, I've done that too when I've done that pattern on using like paint markers and things. I
Yeah.
just do the little hash marks. I'm going to see if he's here
Okay.
and wants to.
Okay. But just as another option, if just for no other reason except for another option. So if you didn't feel like using graphite, or because you could still use graphite if you wanted to. This is just deciding, well, which, and I think, well, you know what? Let me take that back. I'm auraing this side, but then I'm slowly curving it to this side. So it still creates that neat depth. Oh, Leslie, you should at least see me. Are you seeing nothing but the blue screen? And did you just join us? Let's see. Maybe don't put pen in the mouth and try to talk. Note to self. And let me make sure. Is my everything still working? Yes. So again, that's just yeah, and like I said, another neat option. Oh, well, I wonder if I did that. For whatever reason, I'm wanting to put white on the outside. And I don't know why. I want to do something with that outside. Oh, look at I've made like a house. The extra fun thing about these kind are, and even like the crazy Huggins, which will be like I said next week's. Did I show that? Melissa, did I show that yet? Uh oh. If I didn't, that will be next week's paid class. So I do my crazy Huggins a little bit differently, and I don't know if I have just seen it done differently because I had watched a video from remember if it was I think maybe it was Molly. But when I've seen the instructions, it's different than than the way I do it. So it'll just be another Heather's way. Slash, let's really get out of our comfort zone if you don't like random. Like I said, these are extra fun to just kind of be able to lose yourself in and kind of work on kind of a creativity booster because while we have for me it's a safe place for doing jumping out of my comfort zone.
Okay, I'm back. They're here,
Do
but
we
he
have a
doesn't.
guest?
Huh?
Do we have a guest?
Yes, but he
Oh,
doesn't know. Didn't want to come down.
oh, okay. Well,
One of those days.
oh,
And
right.
John was going to go work in burn his yard, but it's going to be get too hot, so
Oh, so they're
he
just
said
here to have fun.
yes.
And yes, Jen, it just 1 hour. Yes.
So mine's done. Take a picture.
Well,
I'll email you.
yeah.
Uh, you know how
Well,
you
I
do
want to see
that.
what you did with your triangle ones.
Um,
Oh,
well, some of them I just ignored. Some
well,
I just
yeah,
put some shading in, and some I just didn't do anything with because they're so small. But
yeah.
anyway,
But it turns out neat, though.
I like the way it, and I'm glad you reminded me as I came to the border that I put some, so it's not quite
Yeah,
perfectly in the square.
yeah.
That's my
Well,
busting out of my
and then
box today.
it still looks neat, even though
Yeah,
you didn't put all of the boxes in the same.
and
Uh,
yeah, they're not going in the same direction. The corners, they're not all in the same corner or anything.
yeah.
So this
Oh,
is this is great proof that anything is possible in Zentangle, and there's no mistakes. So, all
especially
right.
this one. So, okay. Well, we will see you maybe later.
Yeah, tonight.
Um,
And Joyce, I saw Joyce yesterday, of course, and she said she will be on tonight too.
oh,
So,
good.
okay, goodbye to
Good, good. All
everybody,
right. Well,
and
say hi to John and Nathan from all of us.
I will do that.
Let's see. And Leslie, oh, I'll say, Leslie, are you able to hear us? And I'm going to have to double check. Oh, well, this one is confusing. Well, let's see. If I'm doing, it's just, I can do, oh, see, then it looks like it's the upper. I guess I need to do it this way. Leslie, you're so funny. I'm going to leave this house-shaped one till the end. This and we're, um, yeah, I'm guessing hopefully everybody can now they can just see mine. Mine I see the big blue screen and I have mine is just in the little corner, so it's just really weird. Um, you know what? Let's say Leslie, if you can hear, it could be a bandwidth issue. Although let's see, let's take a peek really quick. Oh yes. Oh no, it says you're not connected. Huh. It could be a bandwidth issue. Connecting. Okay. That way, just in case you can't hear, I typed. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this one I'm not necessarily going to do shading with anything but the pen because that's kind of neat. And I was just thinking if I had decided to use a different color. Um, let's see. Oh, Yeah, and I think that it shouldn't matter. But hold on one second. Tangle amongst yourselves. We are anyway. Let me uh let me find. Oh, here we go. All right, Leslie, I am sending you. The subject is I just replied to an old message, Leslie, so that way and sent it, and that way you can at least get on for this part. And there we go. Yeah, that's huh. I typed it just in case because say Leslie, are you able to hear? I'll double check this because I sent it to everybody. I sent it to the link part on the last email. And for those that you say, and if you don't know, if you're not, so just let you know, um, I am able to invite directly from the program. And so when I do that, especially for the Thursday meetings, and I started doing them just monthly, and then this one, of course, because it's one at a time, it's not recurring. I send them individually, but a lot of times I'll use the last whoever attended or whoever I invited the last time. I invite this time. But so if you want just an automatic reminder, it only I think it sends you the invite when I put it in, and um, then you get like a notice about like 10 minutes before the meeting time. So it's not like some of the other programs like Eventbrite or probably even Meetup and maybe even I don't know. I'm not sure if Facebook sends any kind of a good reminder when you click that you're going to something, but at least you'll get it. Then it's easy. But if you're not on that, then oh yeah, and I do put it on my website. And I was a good girl today, and or actually when I set it up, I'm like, let me just put this on here now. No procrastination. Because I always have the links on the website unless there's something rare. I'm a lot better at it than I used to be, where I would forget a lot. And so I just have to. So you can always go there. The problem with that is that as long as if you have it in your calendar, it's the reminder things that are nice. But that's always a backup. Until I, find, I'm always, well, not always, until I find something that works better. Actually, I'm thinking some of these doing on purpose, making that inside box a little odd shape is kind of fun too. As I'm looking at this one, like boy, the normal me would want to straighten that out and make it match, but today's me is not going to do it. Going with it. Wait, let's see. Uh, yeah, yeah, Luna. Oh no, I'll have your email from this, so I will do that. And wait, now I have to go. Oh yes, Alyssa, I missed your comment. So yes, I am so much better now that I have an assistant, and that my assistant has assistants. It's like the show The Office, right? Was it you say assistant to the regional manager or something like that was the joke? I forget. Something like that. And for those that are new to our call, I hope that you are enjoying. We will open up to see what everybody did in a moment, um, and that we're not scaring anyone away. We like to have fun when we tangle. We do, we do, we do.
Heather, this is Annie. What color is the pen that you're using? Good morning.
Morning. This is supposed to be pink. So I'm using a PN pink. What does it look like on the screen? It looks kind of reddish, doesn't it? I can't make it.
Looks maroon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's pink. It's just like this is actually burgundy, or it looks more like a brown. Oh wait, let's see. If I move, is it changing? Someday I'll get my tech support up here. No, actually, I think we have a really nice camera, or nicer camera, I should say. Um, the jury's kind of out on it because one of our friends, one of their clients, they were throwing these away. I don't know if they were upgrading or what, but they were expensive cameras, but they're very temperamental, which is probably why they're doing something else. But I just found a fix because it kept flipping when I have it pointed down, and it kept changing the orientation, and I couldn't control it. So hopefully I get that fixed, and then true colors will be shown. And I'm working on, this is a gray tile too, so all right. Now, well, I can put these little lines in while I decide how exactly I want to do those other ones. I'm thinking maybe a fill in that. It's just really tempting me, and maybe because that's when I do my crazy Huggins, that's what I do, and then add the shine in the center. And thank you, Alyssa, assistant regional. Yes, no, assistant to the region. Yes, that's, yeah, assistant to the regional manager. And then they'd correct them. That was such a funny show. I have a fan on in the other room that has developed a squeak, and it sounds like Psycho every couple minutes. Yes, that's right, Luna. Yeah, spinning. I had took me a minute. Yeah, the spinning screen. Yeah, can make your student. Yeah, you make you feel, yeah, drunk enough to do. Yeah, you have to have a motion sickness warning. And oh, I still have. Well, I might have to just ponder what I'm going to do with it. Although I think maybe if I use the chalk pencils or something, because I don't want to use the same color pencil on the outside, because then it'll blend into this corner and then hence lose the effect. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, another color or something. Let's see. Oh, then some of these are not. Some of these are not coming up, and then I'm like, oh gosh, you could do a very mini doodah in those sections. Right, here's what I was thinking. And oh, why not? For my little triangle, I just put another little triangle in, and then I will connect those dots right there. Yeah, that works. Okay, one done. Oh, this one. Why not? Yeah, still orating the sides, and then I just have two walls like so. Then I can make one darker, like dark, medium, and then that one light, something like that, maybe. These more bold. These lighter. Ah, sort of. I think it works. Then I can still do the white here. A little bit of something. While I contemplate frame part, but at the same time, still don't really even have to do anything with that. You can just leave it. Oops, get that one open. All right. And then I'm gonna also, because I'm thinking, feeling like it still could use something else. But you could always add and decorate the, the outsides, with other tangles. I don't know why. Maybe because this one is pink. I'm picturing I need to do something. I don't know, some fancy fescues or something extruding out from corners, but I don't know. I'm gonna ponder on it for a little bit. But how fun is that? How? Oh, maybe brainstorm. Brainstorm. All right. Well, I want to see what everybody has done. Yes, totally groovy. Yes. Yes, Jen. Now, if I'm gonna stay, oh wait, I have an even better idea. All right. Oh, let me make mine now. Now mine goes all big. Oh, neat. Oh, I love those colors. Ah. Oh, Alyssa, that's gorgeous. I like that, doing it in the round. Oh my gosh, these are all amazing. And Jen, I like that, leaving a couple just empty. What a great idea.
Yeah, I thought I'd do something else there.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, these are neat. All right. And say, at least keep the webcams open. I'll let you know before I take it. I want to make sure that everybody that wants to get on is on. And then Barbara, it looks like maybe you have the blur on. So if you and I'm saying, Cassie, I'm just seeing black on yours. Might have to just change. Yeah, and say, yeah, and if you're looking for where to share, so if you move your mouse, if you're on a desktop or a laptop, it's at the bottom where it says open or start webcam. Oh, and there's Andrea's at the bottom, and Cassie, I can kind of see yours. It is just, for whatever reason, it's like haven't figured out what that is. Where it's just dark, but I or my assistant Alyssa will put in the chat in a moment. My email address. All right, well, let me get these as they are, and hold on one second. Let me get something prepped here. Oh wait, oh, I see. So but yours is also dark there. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, let me just get it, and then I'll cut and paste. Okay, so hold them steady. All right, I got it. And Barbara's, yours just unblurred, so that's good. Let me make sure. Okay, I did get it. All right, let me share my screen. And yeah, I'm saying, so here, and oh, Oh, I did get Sandy's. Okay. It's like everything as everything shifts. It's like, wait, did I get? Oh, did I get this? Did I get that? But yeah, Barbara, I got yours. Oh, and there's so here's. I wonder. Huh. All right. Let me do this. All right. Oh. What? Oh. I'm not sure if I got it so here or not. Yeah. Yeah. Put yours up again. Oh, there we go. All right. I got it. Okay. So let me share my screen, and we'll at least let's see. We'll get. There we go. There we go. Okay. I wish I could open 2 paints at the same time. Um, see how it is. See, and you can see here how it's just weird. But so here I got yours, and I can, I will cut and paste and put that in there. Let me make this go up so that way we can see. But how neat! And Karen, I like the big print humps in the center. You know, so yeah, doing something else in the center, making it like a frame. What a great idea! Great idea. And Judy, that's neat. Not aura some, the ones on the outside. That's a neat idea. Not auraing some of them. That creates a whole different depth. Wow, 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 wow. These are all amazing.